Boys and girls, welcome to today's writing lesson. This is a short one, and it says here writing lesson number 12, but it's really kind of like writing lesson 6B. And what I mean by that is that this is really related to writing lesson 6, and you'll see why in just a moment. Okay, so throughout the year, we're trying to read as many stories as we can because it makes us better readers, but also because it makes us better writers. And we're trying to find the books that are really well written, that have good tricks in them, good writing moves, things that might give us ideas to help us become better writers, things that we can use in our writing. And in this lesson, I'm going to talk about one I've already told you about, but we just saw it again in reading. So I just wanted to go back and visit that with you again. Now, a while back, we read Al Moon and we talked about echoing the beginning in the end. And what I mean is the end of the book kind of taking you back to the beginning. And I'm not going to read the whole thing here, but in the beginning of the book on the left side, it says, when Pa and I went owling. And then if you look at the gray box, and the moon was so bright, the sky seemed to shine. Okay, this is from the beginning. Then at the end of the book, when you go owling and under a shining owl moon, see how the writer kind of reused the words? After that adventure, going into the woods, waiting for the owl, looking around, calling, using a flashlight. After that whole adventure, the author goes right back to the words she started with. And we can say that that's like echoing the beginning. Okay? We didn't just see it in Al Moon. We also saw it in the leaving morning. So, in the beginning, the leaving happened on a soupy, misty morning. We pressed our faces against the hall window and left lips on the pane. And then here's the end. So I left lips on the front window on the leaving morning. Okay? So Angela Johnson did the same thing that the author Jane Yolen did in Al Moon. She echoed the beginning. So these are two examples that we've already seen. Here's one that we just saw. So now what we have on the one side is the beginning of Mercy Watson to the rescue. And then we have page 68, the last page of the book. So we've got the first and the last pages. And look at what Kate DiCamillo does. On the left side, it shows us in the beginning Mr. and Mrs. Watson singing to their pig. Bright, bright as the morning sun, sing Mrs. Watson. But brighter still is our darling one. And look what happens at the end. After this whole adventure, with the bed falling through the floor and Eugenia Lincoln chasing Mercy around and everybody getting together and having toast and all these things happening, at the very end, they sing to her again. Bright, bright is the morning sun, but brighter still is our porcine wonder. Okay? So there you go. Three great books, three great writers of children's books, all using that same trick, that same writing move. Starting, going off on an adventure, and then at the very end, kind of going back to it, reusing some of the words. Boys and girls, you can do this too. Okay, they don't own this move. They didn't create it. It's been around for a very long time. And you can use it now that you've seen it 3 times. And that's all I wanted to tell you. So remember, echo the beginning, bring the story full circle. Okay? If you have a good beginning, don't waste it. You can recycle it and turn it into a good ending. Keep writing, girls and boys. And that's it for today. The